RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. See that blue sky behind me? You hardly ever see that anymore with all these chemtrails and all this bullshit going on in the sky. Now Bill Gates is admitting to this idea to slow down global warming by blocking out the sun. I don't know how the fuck he think. Well, I do know how he think he's going to do that, but the problem is something like that for Bill Gates to be talking about doing is weird because it takes a lot of planning and a lot of ingenuity, innovation, a lot of patents, and the invention of certain things. It takes a lot of that stuff for him to want to move forward to block out the sun and stop global warming. It takes so much to do that by the time he says it, you have to know that he was already thinking it, and then maybe even doing different types of simulations or experiments to see how that would work and how effective it would be. I just so happen to think that amongst other things, because there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on, but amongst other things, I believe that the C-19 bullshit where they force you to try to wear the mask and all that shit, I think very possibly they could have been trying to measure carbon emissions and other things, especially if they believe that human beings themselves, with this idea that we are overpopulated here, which we are not, that if you motherfuckers weren't breathing so much, what would happen? If there wasn't a whole bunch of people here to be breathing, what the fuck would happen? They got you to cover your mouth for how long so they can see what effects that had on amongst other things, man. Trying to keep you in the house, trying to sell you their mafia drugs by saying that you had to stay inside your house or you can't work or do other things or travel and shit unless you take their drugs, and not just one but over and over again. And now they in the news going back on all their bullshit, trying to act like they never tried to make any demands or suggested that they were 100% accurate in everything they were saying. That this was all a trial thing. We should have known that. All this bullshit, bro. When you see people try to play you like that and these different things happen, I see absolutely nothing wrong with holding these people to a high standard. What up, Cuss One? I see nothing wrong with holding people to a high standard, holding them accountable to the degree that their illusion of authority is expecting for you to respect them at. However high that is, when they climb that mountain and they cannot stand on their own 10 toes to follow through on whatever authority that you're trying to give them. When they drop the ball and they fail, you're supposed to address them seriously, with some harshness, with some tenacity, over and over again until you give them the consequences and repercussions that are equal to the power that you gave them in this illusion of their authority, man. Period. When cops fuck up, and they really fuck up, they have your life in their hands. If they cannot operate even by they already fucked up natural law, but they can't even do their own shit right. So when they fuck up even their own shit with other people's lives in their hands, your life should be in their hands now. If you want to be a police officer but you violate the Constitution knowingly or unknowingly, conspiring with other police officers, the police departments and lawmakers and law enforcers on every level, including prosecution, defense lawyers, judges, all you motherfuckers. If everything y'all doing doesn't work smoothly, as soon as y'all fuck up, number one, I get to call your entire law society by the fuck ups. Especially I believe that they persist and they are consistently going unchecked and causing damage over and over again while we're watching the damage happen. You're supposed to be held accountable for that. The power in you having this authority over people, I think, should be matched with the fact that if you fuck it up or you are abusing it, you're supposed to die for that. Period. Nothing else makes any fucking sense to me. Fuck that. That way, when you give people this illusion of authority and this power, you can have some trust in it because you know that you have set an example. It is well understood what the fuck is going on. Anybody who watches someone have their life subscription canceled, especially in public, on a public display of doing this, which I think it should be harsh. It should be pretty crazy. We deal with a whole bunch of crazy violence in other avenues in life. I think crazy violence towards violating politicians and police officers, I don't see nothing wrong with that. YouTube and Instagram has done a very good job of putting murders and other acts of violence right in front of me through my phone to the likes of which I had probably seen more video footage of dead bodies than some soldiers have seen in combat. They didn't see that many dead bodies in combat. I've seen way more numbers of fucking dead bodies through social media, but they claim to be trying to protect everything and want us to be fucking sheltered and censored with all this bullshit. All that shit is dumb as fuck. When people do and say dumb, contradictory shit to you, you're supposed to fucking point that out. You're supposed to be adamant on pointing that shit out to them. And giving them a no-fly zone with their bullshit when you catch them. And the further they try to push past the fact that you have caught them in their bullshit, the harder you should push back to be like, yo, well, we will fight about this as much as you want to fight about this, because you're not going to win, because you're dead fucking wrong, and you're going to know you wrong. My whole personality, I'm the kind of person that if you know me in my personal life, I don't mind arguing with you, because my personality type says that if you are wrong, but you think you are right, we're going to keep revisiting this if I let you slide. And I'm not going to let this go until you hear everything I got to say, until you understand where I'm coming from. So that when I say that I'm right, you have to say that you know where I'm coming from and you think I'm wrong. And then you got to fucking prove me wrong with some shit that's really going to make me think and reevaluate what it is that I think I'm saying and doing. So I like to argue. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, because I argue to squash this shit so that it never come up again. So I don't leave... I don't go to sleep mad. Man, fuck that. Wherever the problem is, I be on your ass about that shit until that problem is no more. I'm the kind of person, I can't just win the argument and walk away thinking that I won while you walk away thinking that you won. I will fucking hold you down and go, is it over? Is it over? Say I won. Say uncle, motherfucker. That's my personality, bro. So when it comes to government and all the other shit, I don't think it's enough to say we need police reform and politicians are sleazy fucking criminals and we've caught so many of y'all, and the CIA has done mind control operations and experiments and shit all over the place, and we think they are doing it now. The National Defense Authorization Act and the Patriot Act and all these other things, they kind of wipe away or give this backdoor violation to the laws and rights that aren't even amendable. My rights aren't amendable, but all of this shit is there so it can further fuck with us about shit. Man, fuck all of that shit. And I don't say fuck it like it's not supposed to be there. We should take action to remove it. Fuck that. They fucked up. They use violence to get it there. We should be expected to use violence to make them get out of there. So we can talk only for a little bit. If you don't want to hear that, then we just go, hey man, man, I got a few more words to say to you. In the meantime, I'm loading this gun. We all rallying. We all come to show the love for sure. But I don't think that we should be addressing something as violent as government control or religious control while also trying to pretend that we do aim to be completely peaceful 100%. Man, fuck all that. Ain't no peace. They didn't use no peace to gain this higher ground through this illusion of authority over us. There's no way we're going to make them go peacefully. We can talk and do our thing and try to address some of these things to see how far we can get with just talking, because that's what they do. They write the laws to see how far they can do with the illusion of authority, the intimidation, and what's on fucking paper. And they get a lot of us to become subdued by that. But they always have it in the plans that if none of that work, they will just fuck you up. Physically, they will fight you, kill you, run your shit into the fucking dirt if they have to while doing what? Violating your rights under U.S. Title 18, Section 241 and 242, and then nobody notices. And then nobody wants to play by the rules when you point it out to them. But these are the same motherfuckers that act like the rules are so important to follow. It's such a virtuous thing to just follow all the laws and rules. What about when they break them? Are you still okay with that? Because they're supposed to be put to death for violating U.S. Title 18, Section 241 and 242. There's some prison involved depending on what's going on, but a lot of them have violated so far that even their own law society says that if you do this, you get put to death. That's what they shit say. So when I say it, don't be fucking mad at me, bro. Don't be mad at me. Yeah, the one-way street, fuck that. What up, Zach? Gematria Effect News. My favorite YouTube ever. My favorite YouTuber ever, man. Listen, I got to speak on Gematria every time it crosses my mind. And I want to talk real quick about the shooting in Nashville, too. Zach has done a beautiful job like he always does. Right away, too. He don't waste no fucking time. When the news story hit, he gets on it to show you in real time, live action on live streams on his channel. It's in the chats right now. If anybody watching this, Zach, put your link in the put all your links in the comments here. But whether you're watching this during the live stream or after, Be sure to check out Gematria Effect News on YouTube. Any one of them that you can find that even looks remotely active, just subscribe and follow the shit and check it out, because Gematria is a fucking powerful thing. A real quick rundown on some of the things, the little numerology and some of the Gematria that I can remember off the top of my head about this fucking shooting in Nashville. The he, she, cross-dressing, whatever the fuck that is, they always got to spice your shit up. They give you the same fucking story, and they give you different seasonings, okay? It's chicken, 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 chicken. Orange chicken, lemon pepper chicken. But it's still fucking chicken. They always shooting. It be them doing the fucking shooting. It always involves some motherfucking kids or some innocent people in a fucking in a gun-free zone, right? And look at all the shit they got involved there. Religion, kids, the transgender bullshit, and the fucking gun. All in one story so they can fuck your head up about that shit. They are playing a fucking game that I won't fall for. I don't give a fucking fuck what they ever say or do about anything. All I already know is what's the absolute truth at the end of the finish line. I see where they're going to the finish line, and I'm already standing right here before the race is over to tell them if they want to fight, fucking fight, because I'm expecting a fucking fight, and I don't give a fuck because I know that there's no other place to go but to the fight. They hoping that when they get to the finish line where the fight is at, that there's nobody left to fight, because you've all been subdued by the illusion and by the bullshit, and you just fucking let shit go, and it's fucking ridiculous. Hell yeah, it's PSYOP season. All they fucking do is this stuff. Who could expect anything different? It's a fucking PSYOP for sure. How the fuck is it? Let me get into this real quick. The fucking shooter, 28 years old? What happened 28 years ago? The fucking assault weapons ban. The address to the fucking place was 33, whatever the fuck the street name was. 33? 3 kids dead? 3 teachers dead? 33 fucking administrative teachers or whatever that work in the fucking place? Come on, man. 60-something days, well, 68 days away from the birthday of the state of Tennessee. But Tennessee is on the 68th meridian or some shit like that. Look, man, what are the fucking chances? There's no way in hell, man. Y'all gotta fucking stop, because just one story should blow your fucking mind. When you realize that all of the stories that they spoon feed you, celebrity deaths, sporting events, and all of this shit, they're all aligned with the Jesuit rituals and holidays and death dates and the founding dates of these people establishing everything. All of these things are holidays to them that they got to pay homage to. They want blood for this shit, man. And that's what the fuck they're doing. Because if it wasn't what they're doing, why the fuck does it sound perfect to be that, but somehow it's not that? Get the fuck out, man. Fix your fucking life. Check out Gematria. Because it's fucking frustrating when you're trying to show pattern-seeking human beings a fucking pattern that they don't fucking get. How you don't get this? It shouldn't keep looking like that. At least say that something looks strange. At least say that it looks weird. For people to think that it's all coincidence, get the fuck out of here. Every single news broadcast that they bring you is completely coded with this Gematria shit. Gematria is the fucking coding of the English language, turning letters into numbers. The numbers have meanings. There's a double language going on here, and just because you don't know that, don't mean that it's not true. Let your fucking ego go. Because when I say Roman numerals, all of a sudden, like fucking magic, you accept the fact that fucking X's, V's, and I's are fucking numbers somehow. And it's not the first time that this has happened. It's not the only language that does this. The English language is coded. They give you that shit and then don't tell you the fucking code so that they can get you to la 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 through your fucking life while you don't realize that there are ritualistic things going on to the tune of some shit that they told you died in antiquity. As if some way, somehow, nobody is fucking sacrificing kids and other fucking people to gods of theirs to obtain some fucking power from some fucking source. That's what the fuck they think they fucking doing. And the more you do it without interrupting their fucking Gematria flow of the news and shit, the more they go, hell yeah, this shit work. How the fuck, how would you even convince them that there's no power in it? You can't, because it keeps working. So it look like there's a fucking power in it. And it's not magical, like we cannot help it. All you gotta do is just wake up to the fact that this is going on and it goes away. It's like a spell, bro. Somebody goes in your ear, spell going, now you're awake now, type shit. But you gotta wake the fuck up out the shit though, and stop fucking playing, because the shit is not supposed to keep looking like that. Tupac and Eazy-E have a fucking weird number relationship between the beginning of NWA and then 888 days later, Tupac's fucking debut album comes out, and there's a whole bunch of 888s and all over this shit. When did NWA debut? August of fucking 1988 or some shit like that. The 88 And the 888 is all over the fucking place between Tupac and Eazy-E. And I think they hardly even knew each other, really. Not that they didn't have a close relationship like the rest of them did. But when you look at the numbers, see how tied they are together, you go, how, why, what the fuck? And then you'll realize it was the birth and the death of the hip-hop. They completely hijacked a social movement, put it into something, and then they fucking crash it so that the fucking momentum dies with them crashing it. Like they did Black Lives Matter, man. Fuck. The shit shouldn't keep looking like that. If y'all were some crime scene investigators, you would understand what the fuck was going on. But the world is the fucking crime scene. The whole fucking planet is the crime scene. And nobody addresses it like a crime scene with coming to the fucking table with an aggressive curiosity to tell yourself that if anybody's playing a fucking game, not only are you going to fucking notice, because you're going to notice if you look. Number two, you're going to say, man, fuck them. Who want the fucking smoke? We'll flip the fucking dinner table over right now. Don't fucking play, because we got nothing to lose. Tell them get the fuck out of here with all of their bullshit, bro. This is the way it's supposed to be. It's the only way to save yourself. You're not going to save yourself from voting or the fucking kumbaya, love thy fucking neighbor bullshit. Fuck that. Anybody standing in the way of the real truth and the freedom is supposed to fucking go, period. Death is there. His ass gonna die anyway. Make him die for the bullshit that he's doing. All these fucking bullshit presidents, all of them breaking their oath, every single one of them get in there and fuck some shit up. I wouldn't vote for my mama for president. And then they sell this fucking dream to fucking kids like it's something to grow up to be the fucking president of anything. You telling these kids to play nicely on the playground. To be nice to their peers. We're all equal. God loves us all equally, all this other shit. And then the ones that say fuck that and they grow up and they get into politics, they realize that through some hypnosis, you can get a badge or political office, and now all of a sudden, you are the boss of people that you don't even fucking know. You are the boss of people that you can't beat in a fist fight. Because Klaus Schwab, what's this motherfucker, JB, Mr. First black president, basketball hooping ass, dating the fucking trainee with a dick that's probably bigger than his. Fuck the both of them. I will knock all their asses the fuck out in a fist fight. None of them can take me. Are you crazy? This is proof right here that strength and courage and brute natural force cannot compare to a sly, slick, intelligent mind that can fool the world into fighting itself. If they can get you to fight yourself, who's gonna fucking win? You gonna win? You're fighting yourself. You're not gonna win. How do you win a fight against yourself? You can't. All of this shit is in your fucking head, bro. On a micro level and on a macro level, man. All of this shit is really up to you. They say boxing and other sports is fucking 90% mental, 10% physical. Yes, the fuck it is. That's how the world is. That's how reality is, really. That's why the biggest, toughest, baddest fucking bite the head off a fucking squirrel type of fucking manly, crazy man is not gonna rule the world. Because he can be fooled. He can be fooled, and if somebody fools you, you will fight yourself. And a guy that is physically weaker than you, you won't even see him to know that he is the one fighting you. You won't even see him. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm tired of all of the division, all this other shit, man. Let me take a sip of I got mushroom coffee in here. If y'all don't know what the mushroom coffee is, let me tell you real quick. It's like a bunch of different mushrooms, lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, I think that's how you pronounce it. A couple other mushrooms blended into like this little shit. You put it in some hot water, stir it like some tea or something. They call it coffee because it gives you a little bit of a kick, a natural kick. They kind of boost you up a bit. So I've been trying to drink this and let go of pop, sweet juices, and all that type of shit. It's fucking good. I believe the mushroom is a special thing. Speaking of that, they got this fungal scare going on right now, which is kind of weird because also the mushroom products are all over the place. I see them over Instagram and shit all the time. I actually seen this ad for this shit that I got called Rise. I think it's RYZE or some shit like that. I was seeing that so much, and I started looking into it a little bit and started seeing other health benefits about some of the mushrooms that are supposedly in this stuff that I went, hey, it can't hurt to try. How the fuck? Why would that be? Bad to give it a try? Fucking drink a Pepsi. Fuck a Pepsi. I drink this shit, man. Fuck it. And it don't taste that bad. I gotta put the honey in it. Otherwise, it tastes like dirt, kind of. Put the honey in it, tastes like sweet dirt. But it's, you can do it. You know, it's fine. But the division, man, we got to stop this divisive bullshit that's going on. Because what I do know for fucking sure, especially for my black people, we got a problem, man. We got a big fucking problem, yo. I know enough through social media, we're seeing like how some black people really do believe that there's war between blacks and whites, even if some of them believe that you can't just spread it to all white people, they believe that to an extent you can. And I got some of them on my social media, and I won't remove them because not only do I find the kinship with them for being black and understanding that we do share a particular struggle, just like I feel a little bit closer to my American brothers and sisters, black or white or whatever, as opposed to any African brothers and sisters that I got, because we're all standing right here and on the same fucking dirt, dealing with the same problems on a day-to-day basis and inside the same culture. So there's going to be a kinship there, right? So there's a kinship that I feel with my black people because I do know what's going on. The entire fucking planet hate us, bro. They hate us, but I think they hate us because we are the heroes. We are standing in a place to stop what is killing the whole fucking world. I think it's us. That's where it's special. We're not better than other people because we black, but I think because we are black, I think we have a responsibility. I think the world is calling us to save it. That's what I think. I think that's where all the power is from being black is coming from. Because there's a few things that I do try to adhere to when trying to understand my blackness and what that means. Number one, it's not an accomplishment. I didn't do that. I didn't achieve it. I was born like that. So right off top, there's a loss of this sense of pride that people think that I'm supposed to have just because I'm black. I don't get that shit. I didn't achieve a goddamn thing. And even they know that because they will find a white person delivering critical information about this lost history of black people. They'll be talking that shit. And some of these black power people be like, listen to this white boy talking that shit. He's right. They'll point to the white boy and say he's right. But they know that they can find a black man who not only doesn't understand the information, but they actually don't like it. They don't believe it at all. And now you got a lost black brother that won't adhere to the stuff that you heard the smart white guy say during the election when he said, it looks like there's something special about these black people because the world is fucking attacking them for something. And the attack seems to be in direct correlation to the control. They can't get the control unless they do this attacking. The two things are related. I hear white people say that shit. I hear black people that don't fucking understand it, don't even know that, and don't care. So the black and white thing, even between these one black man that's lost or a white person that understands it, and the black power people that's really on that. All y'all are standing in this circle jerk to realize that the color doesn't get you anywhere, that it seems to be based on something else. Character, knowledge, and understanding and application. That's it. That's it. There is nothing else, man. I'm just tired of all the division, man. We don't need to be so divided with this shit. I think we have a responsibility to save the world. I don't think that makes us better than anybody. As a matter of fact, I think the responsibility could call us the fathers and mothers of planet Earth, maybe. But to be the father or to be Mother Earth, like they say the black woman really is, she is really humanity's mother. Okay, you know what humanity's mother does? Nurture all her kids no matter what. So why these black women not trying to nurture the world? They just want to engage in the racial divisive fight, the racially divisive fight. Come on, man. Black man's supposed to be the protected. They protect the whole world. So whoever's wrecking this shit to the tune of a scare of a third world conflict, when that need not be the fucking case. When we wouldn't allow that to be the fucking case had we been in charge, and you can tell because we haven't caused any fucking uprising in this fucking country when we have all of the fucking reasons to do that. But we haven't. This is the sign of the protective, nurturing nature behind black people that I think is supposed to lead us to saving the world for the greater good of everybody, where we attack whoever wants to fucking smoke and leave everybody else alone and bring them under our wing as our children. That makes sense. All this black power, white people ain't even fucking human beings type shit is fucking retarded, because we're already inside of the simulation or the matrix of reality right here, right along with them. We are not tapped into some code that they are not tapped into. And if you believe that we have a higher vibration and a relationship with the sun because of our skin and the carbon inside of us, then it is possibly a higher degree of what it is to be a human being, which just puts us in the mother, father, savior category and not in a superior category, because I don't think that's the way the world is supposed to work, period. Nobody's superior to anybody else. But look how we do this shit, though, with this racial shit. Look how we do this shit. Constantly letting the fucking race dictate every fucking thing, man. Why, though? How, though? How can it be, man? I think it's just an unnecessary fight, man. We should be putting our energy into something else, and you can tell they want us to be like this. Because the more that we are like this, and the fact that we have been like this, has a direct correlation with the state of the world right now. The state of the world could not be the same if we had all come together and circumvented this the racial division. That would mean that the world would be different. Period. It wouldn't be the same whether we got along or not. It needs to be divisive just like this for the world to be just like this. You change that, other things in the world to change so dramatically that you go, now I can see. Now I can see. Nothing wrong with that. It's damn sure worth trying. To not try is fucking ridiculous. And I'm not saying kiss the white man ass, because I do believe that motherfucker, for any reason at all whatsoever, whoever wants to smoke can get the smoke, man. I think we need to be not only standing up for what it is that's right, but we need to also be saying very adamantly the entire time that whoever want to fucking fight about it, then fucking lick shots. Fucking tap the keg. We will fuck shit up out here because we're not playing. If there's any power behind what it is that you're saying, then come on, man. Bring the gun with you. Are you out of your fucking mind? Bring the gun with you. They bring a gun everywhere. We hornets with stingers, man. Inspect the fucking stinger. With everything I say. The fuck out of here. All the racial shit, I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it, man. Tired of it. What the fuck is the point of it? There's something else I want to say about the race thing. I can't think of it right now. What is it that I want to say? It was a very powerful point I wanted to make. But I don't know, man. It's a sad world. I know that. I couldn't imagine being okay with an enemy like the government control if they turn to white people and say, we finna start doing this to white people now on the government level, government sanction. Who want in? We finna start smashing the fuck out of white people. I would feel sad because we're not supposed to be okay with that level of violence. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. Talking about morality in this religion and shit. What's it say? Oh, you envy my hair? Oh, thanks, man. I like it. I actually started growing my hair, telling myself that I didn't want to deal with the hassle of having dreadlocks, and that I will let it grow as a sign of how long it had been taking me to infiltrate the film industry, because I wanted to be a writer and director of films when I was in college. Graduated college, started growing my hair and shit so that I would have to look myself in the mirror to see how long it took me to get in, to make a breakthrough, or to at least sell something, even if I didn't actually direct it, but to sell something. And then after I seen Hollywood for what it was, and I was like, fuck that, fuck y'all, I started to like my hair. I was like, okay, I won't cut it. I won't use it for that. I'll just rock it just to be rocking it. But that's what made me start growing my hair. I wanted a visual reminder that I was taking too long, that I had work to do. But in the idea of morality and this racial shit, let me say this real quick, and then I got to get my ass back to work. But in the idea of morality, let me tell you why you cannot blame how it makes absolutely no sense at all, whether you're Christian or whatever other religion that you want to attach your black power shit to. You can believe in Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever the fuck, I don't care. If you are religious at all, or you believe you have a good sense of moral conduct at all, and you're black and you think that you do get to blame every white person some way, somehow, for what happened to us, even if they didn't have anything directly to do with it, because I do believe that. They weren't slave owners. I don't know how you can blame them for that, period. We were not slaves. I don't know how you can say that the way you do, but every day is connected to the next, and we are not separated from that history. That history is in direct correlation to the state of affairs that we are dealing with right now in this country and globally. So I do see both sides, and I do agree with both sides. But what I do know is what my son does, even though he was my responsibility to raise him, to teach him how to be a man, if he takes what I tried to teach him and turns that into him becoming a serial take a woman's cookies, just take her shit, right? Beat her up if you got to, and my son turned into a guy like that, I would feel shame. I would feel like I failed him and that I failed the world if I could not convince him to not be like that. But what you cannot do is to throw me in the jail and put me on a sex offender registry because the son that I raised turned out to be a bad person like that, and he started doing bad shit. I'm not fucking going to jail for that. I'm not going to jail for that, and you know it. Nobody in their fucking right mind will say, well, you raised him, you got to go to jail too. Nobody will say that. We all understand how personal your moral stamp on the world is. That is up to you. If you believe in Jesus Christ, what you do know is that you can adhere to the religion, you can follow the Bible, you can join the church, you can do all of these things. How you find Jesus and how that relationship is between you and Jesus is up to you. You can't join a group that's going to save you, and you can't join a fucking group that'll guarantee your damnation. That shit is on you, inside here, in here. Whatever you do there is going to determine what's going on with your Jesus, and it doesn't even matter what the rest of the world's doing. That's where the power of this moral accountability is supposed to come from. If you're religious at all and you black, and you can understand that in a religion, in an arena of a religion, how can you then say that a white person owes you anything right now? He don't owe you no apology because he didn't do that. He's not actually wrong because he didn't do that. Now, he might be holding on to some stolen fucking property, and we can talk about that, but that ain't even him, that's the government. DC belongs to me. I want them to name DC after my daughter, and everybody else get the fuck out of there is mine. That's the reparations I want. I don't want to fight them unless they realize what the fuck is going on. They meet me head up, eye to eye to know what's going on. And then I say, give me DC, and they don't want to do that. Then maybe I'll have to choose to fight them for that. But none of the other shit matters. Whoever fucking stands out of my way when I say, this is what I think and feel as a black man. If you don't want no smoke, get the fuck out of the way because I'm not talking to you. I'm only talking to the control system that is still standing, that did that shit, that is being occupied by people who may or may not know that they are still continuing to do this shit to us and everybody else, really. Hence the fucking Federal Reserve and his fucking bullshit money game, right? But I want DC. I don't want no fucking check for them to stay where they are. If they wrote me a fucking check and they stayed there, I'd be sad, bro. And then I know that they would just give niggas the fucking reparations check and crash the fucking dollar next week. Idiot. That's what I think they would do. And they go, well, it will forever go down in history that we tried, then we crashed the dollar. Fuck out of here. That wasn't our fault. We didn't do that on purpose. That's what they would tell you. I don't want that, bro. I want something substantial. I don't want the fucking fiat dollar to fucking pacify that shit. I want them out of DC and every other fucking Capitol building in every fucking state. Get the fuck out of there, man. That's exactly what I want. Everything else will be a fucking game that I don't give a fuck about. And it ain't up to the next fucking white man who don't understand my blackness just like I don't know. If I'm lost and there's some fucking history that I've been detached from, and now I'm lost, the white boy sitting next to me in the fucking classroom when they lied to me, they lied to his ass too. He's got no fucking idea, and they need it that way. Because if he knew the truth, he might stand out of the way. They don't want them to stand in the way. They want them to be there, to fucking harbor the idea of the racial division whenever they put this shit in the news that all black people do this. All black men are like this. They did that shit in Reefer Madness to make weed illegal and scare the fuck out of people, using racially divisive things to do that. And now they are selling weed in how many fucking states? Fuck them, they all supposed to go to jail for that. They freed the weed and everybody clapped. I got mad. I was waiting for the handcuffs. Because whoever fucked it up beforehand, they was wrong just because they didn't know that they was wrong. They was already wrong. U.S. Title 18, Section 241 and 242. They're fucking wrong, period. They gotta go. Hard, too. I'm talking about into the fucking dirt they supposed to go for violating. When they freed that fucking weed, what they was supposed to happen after that is a whole bunch of fucking cops switching places with the people they locked up for that shit. Now you into the fucking cage. So bitch ass in the fucking cage. Pussy. It's a pig pen for real now. Locking y'all asses the fuck up, fuck the police. That's what it's supposed to happen. And the lawyers too. Because the illusion got them fucking up, man. Got them thinking that this is objectively true, that the marijuana is like whatever. Now they selling it. Hold them accountable. You're supposed to hold them accountable. There's no accountability. That's why they do what the fuck they want. The fuck out of here. And if your Jesus is telling you that your moral stability It's completely dependent on what you do with your moral choices in this motherfucking life. Then you got to say that to white people about white and black issues too. And you cannot hold them accountable as if they will crack the whip on your black ass to separate your fucking family and kill Uncle so-and-so in front of the fucking kids and buck break the father and rape the mother and disown the fucking half black children. Come on, man. Come on, man. What white person deserved to be looked at like that when they didn't do that? They moral choices. The only way you can fucking address them in this world is what they morally choose to do while standing right in front of you. Now, find me a white boy today that's got some fucking farmland that's came from generation after generation after generation of being land that slaves had been tending to in the South somewhere or anywhere. Because the North was barely any better, actually. Y'all don't know that, though. Right? But if you find this land, I can point to that kid and go, you got a moral choice to make. You gonna get that land up, sell it for pennies on the dollar to a black man. Maybe they should do that. If he don't want to do that, fine. If he don't want to do that, fine. He don't got to. You can go to the government and go, pay that man whatever you want to tell him to get that and to tell him to get off that land and give it to me. You pay him, and then I'll go occupy the land when he gets the fuck out of there. It's mine. And the government should do that. And I don't want no fucking check. I want the land, motherfucker. And then if I choose to divide the land out and sell it back to white, black, whoever the fuck, then that's on me. Then I get the money if I choose to do it in that way. But I want the land, though. And not just, I want an elodial title for the land, too. Well, you're not going to tax it or nothing. Don't do nothing to my shit, but I want all that. I don't want no fucking reparations check. But white people today ain't got nothing to do with that. That's the conundrum that we find ourselves in. Where we get this legitimate beef about black and white relations in this country, and we have nowhere to go with it. Nowhere to go with it. Black Lives Matter show up and try to siphon millions of dollars out of the hearts and wallets and bank accounts of black and white people. Black, white, brown, and yellow people. Everybody contributed because everybody understood. They take that good shit that makes sense. They know where our heart is at. And then they manipulate your shit and fuck you the fuck up, and then they kill the dream. They put all that fucking social energy every time we rise up as black people to try to speak about anything. They package it themselves. Kill it, bury it, and go, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Aikido. Throw your punch. And then you'll be on the fucking ground. You don't know what happened. Nobody punched you. But you'll be on the fucking ground like, damn, you just threw all my energy onto the fucking ground. Yeah, Aikido. They Aikido everything. Oh, you love them guns so much? Okay. Let's put that gun in the hands of a mentally unstable person, which is obvious that they're mentally unstable. Maybe intentionally through some MK Ultra or some other shit. They make sure the shooter is a colorful character. They make sure the place is full of sensitivity. They want people to feel religiously, sexually, racially persecuted. They want the most vulnerable of us, the women and the kids, to be scared as fuck. They want all the men to be soft, fluffy, weak-ass guys that are so scared of death and so scared to even look tough that they will not act like that. If they can get you to not say certain things or act a certain way, they know you're not going to actually do the things that you need to do. If you can harness your natural energy to be an aggressive man where the aggression is deserved, to be willing to die for what you know is right, but they hijack you. They say, you willing to die for some shit? Be a cop, join the fucking military, die for the lie. But don't die for no real shit. They don't want you to die for that. Because as soon as you accept that, and you know that they not the truth, they gonna fear you. That's why I'm being shadow banned. Facebook got me the fuck out of there. I get 100 views on fucking videos, and then I be seeing other people doing gun activism that ain't nowhere near the level that I'm on, and they are getting thousands of views in short periods of time off of doing nothing. They're doing nothing. They're doing very little. They just go, hey, I got a gun. And people go, oh, you got a gun? And then they go, oh, this is legal. You can do this and that. This is legal in this state, blah, 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 blah. And that's all they got. They're not telling you you're going to die one day, so you better pick something to fucking die for. Who wants to die in a car accident? Who wants to die from an illness? That's a sad fucking death. Exactly right, Trey. The real threat is the system. Got the message, so they have to bury it. Yep. They have to get me out of the way. Does it sound like anything that I said, they will be okay for 2 million people to hear this shit? Not gonna happen. You think they want 2 million people seeing me and Zach stand side by side so Zach can kick his number shit? And then I go, y'all know what that means. Let's go. And I put my fucking gun in the air and I go, let's go. They don't want that shit. They know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? Some shit that the Black Panthers were never able to fucking do. Some shit that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were never able to do. I don't knock them men. Even though I do believe there's some gematria behind that shit. Both of their deaths were fucking mysterious. We never got the whole story. Don't fucking get me started. But I'm not going to deny the power in what it was that they had going on when it was their time to fucking shine. I get it. I do get it. But Malcolm X wanted separation. Martin Luther King wanted integration. I'm telling you that the system doesn't deserve to exist. And that is the reparations. That's why they're not going to listen to me. They don't want me talking that shit, bro. They don't want me talking none of that. And they damn sure don't want you pointing out how deeply you've been getting fucked by the mind control, the religious bullshit, taxation, the fiat dollar, and the fact that all of this is happening ritualistically, because in order for something as powerful as they are with the World Economic Forum, the central banks of the world, and all of these other things, the military-industrial complex, all these big things that you know are driving reality. Do you think that they can just willy-nilly do these things and kind of collab every now and then, or their works kind of smoothly in a nice smooth transition just kind of blend together organically? No, these are very serious ritualistic performances, acts of human sacrifice, and giving blood to their fucking gods through war, child trafficking, human trafficking, and all types of shit, bro. It's them. It's the Jesuits. That's what they're doing, and it only makes sense because to control the world, man. The world is crazy. I can't get my kids to fucking eat dinner, clean up behind themselves, do the dishes, take the trash out. No, nothing. It's an eternal struggle, and I gave them life, and they do not think that that gives me the power to tell them that they better eat that fucking food or they're getting nothing else and to clean up behind themselves because I didn't do that. They don't give a fucking fuck about none of that shit. Shout out to my kids. They know what's up. And when they really defy my control, I try to give the control to them in a flavor that they can savor. Okay, something that they can relate to. I try to tone it down. I try not to be too aggressive, even though with my words, I be on their ass, but not a whole lot of physical controlling. But inside all my kids, I respect the fact that they don't want me telling them what the fuck to do. And I'm gonna let them know that when they leave my house. You never told me, okay, Dad, not enough. You never allowed me to control you. I can only get you to agree to or cooperate with. There was always some negotiations involved. Don't let nobody in the world tell you what to do if I can't. Nobody gets to tell you what to do. You're supposed to be free. Be very distrusting of anybody or anything or any institution that says your father couldn't do that to you, but we can. No, the fuck they cannot. Tell them fight you for that shit. The fuck is up. Fuck out of here, bro. In order to rule the fucking world full of crazy people that fight their own parents to be free, you got to be conniving, violent, hidden, ritualistic, all-encompassing. You have to do all of these things. When you see the people in the World Economic Forum, stand the fuck up and just go, you will own nothing and be happy. The fact that Klaus Schwab had the balls to say this, that these motherfuckers got the balls to say this, as if it's absolute, way before they actually got it, you know goddamn fucking well that they're going to do whatever it takes to do that, even if that means violence, because I already see violence in what they're saying. Because I know they're not going to be able to force the world onto that organically. naturally, where we accept it all. Now, they're going to try to trick you into accepting it, so the ones that want to fight is brought to a fucking minimum. But they are willing to fuck you the fuck up to make you go along with it. Yeah, they are. And I think that we should be willing to fuck their whole fucking life up to make them stop. It's tit for tat, man. If they are going to use violence at any stage in the bullshit that they are saying, I'm telling them to bring the violence right now. Do it now. Bust a fucking shot right now. There's a cop over here in the fucking parking lot. He don't realize that I'm on my fucking, my employer's property. He's sitting over here watching me. He's on private property watching me. He wouldn't come over here. I would love for him to come over here, actually, because what I really want to do is not an audit type of a thing where I'm seeking the cops' attention, because when I do my open carry demos and shit, I'm coming out there to talk to the people. I don't give a fuck about talking to the police. Them bitches not going to talk to me anyway. But I would love to get one of them to just kind of get in my bubble, bro, a little bit, so I can tell you about your fucking life. Number one, it sucks. Number two, you're a pussy. Number three, you have a fucking chance to free yourself from the enslavement that you have fallen into. Because me and you the same. They turn the lights off and crash the fucking dollar. Who is that cop? He would just be my neighbor. He wouldn't be no cop. He would be my neighbor. You understand? They're not going to come pluck all of the fucking cops and politicians out of this fucking shit and go, well, we crashed the dollar and things are going crazy and there's a third world conflict. Let's save our employees. They're not going to come save everybody who took an oath. You're going to be right down here starving, dying of thirst, getting sick from the fucking radiation poisoning and all that other shit with everybody else. You punk bitch. You got played, risking your fucking life for laws that change. Pussy. Your mother raised a pussy, but it's not too late, though. You're still alive, so you got time to change. Grow the fuck up. You're not my boss, bitch. You don't know that? Damn. Your fucking teenage kids storm out of your fucking house with all they fucking bags while they leaving because they want to fucking leave home and you kicking them out. This is a mutual agreement. The whole time your kids telling you, you're not my fucking boss. This is my life. Your kids will tell you that, Mr. Officer. You think you can tell me what to do? You got a fucking problem. You have a mental problem. You can point to your legalese on paper all you want to. You have a fucking mental problem and you let that shit put you in the line of fucking fire, you jackass. And I hope you die for that shit too. If you're a happy cop and you love your job and you think that you do have some kind of divine right to tell people what to do, if that shit ever gets you killed, I'm gonna laugh. I diss dead cops all the time. I fucking Google cops that died in the line of duty. Start making TikToks and memes and shit. TikTok got me the fuck out of there. I was just being playful. I was just saying what happened to these cops in these stories or whatever, and I would put a laughing emoji. That's it. I don't give a fuck. If being a cop gets you killed, I don't care. I don't know what the fuck else you thought was gonna happen. You was gonna die anyway. I don't give a fuck. I think it's funny. Pussy. And I like being mean. Y'all better be glad I'm good. I get energy from calling out the truth and being verbally mean, and I like that. It's a release. Sometimes I need to release. Sometimes I need to tell a cop that he's a punk bitch. And I hope his wife is cheating with his partner. I hope he fucking finds them on his lunch break, having sex. And then I hope they all shoot each other. Fuck y'all. You give a fuck about none of that shit. And some people say all cops aren't bad, or you can't generalize. I can't generalize if the only way you can be a cop is if you adhere to certain things. Anybody who adhere to these fucking rules is a bad person. But you can't be a cop unless you adhere to these things that I said equals a bad person. That's it. Too late now. You being halfway cool because you a cop, man, get the fuck out of here. Hell yeah, they lost their sense of humor. And people are real sensitive, and that's okay. That's why I like to be verbally rough. Because I try to test people big time. Y'all don't like guns? Big gun. Ooh, 2 guns. I got a Glock on me too. Bulletproof vest, ski mask. Leave me alone, because I'm the nice guy. Ha ha. I like doing that shit. I like talking shit, dissing dead cops and all this other type of shit. I never hurt nobody. I would never hurt a fucking cop. You think I would just hurt a cop? Man, I love life. I'll live for 300 years if nature will let me. I fucking like being here. I don't want to go nowhere. Damn sure not gonna throw my life away. Will never hurt my kids or anybody close to me, anybody I love. I'm not suicidal. Never been suicidal. I could never be suicidal. If I stop giving a fuck about my life, I'll fucking change my name to fucking Juanito and go down fucking south and try to flip coke until it gets me killed. I would just ball out down in Mexico, joining the fucking cartel. Hey, y'all need a nigga on the squad, and I'll just be down there. learning Spanish, and selling coke until it got me killed. Selling meth till it got me killed. That would be my suicide. I would never, to myself, hell no. Hurt my kids? Hell no. I just go down to Mexico and just be sending them money. That's all. I would fucking shave my head and grow a fucking beard and move to Mexico and call myself something else and just say, and just be like, how long can I ball out on fucking drug money until it gets me killed? Let's see how long this goes. I would just do that. I wouldn't off myself or hurt nobody. I wouldn't do none of that shit. Nope. Not my style. I like being here. It's supposed to be experienced. I'm not going nowhere till the experience is over. But I gotta get back in here. Love and peace to y'all, man. Senor Trey. I like it. I need to give me I need to find a legit cool Spanish name and put it on a patch or some shit like that. Have a good day, Zach. Much love to you, Zach. Man, you are my brother, man. I love what you're doing for the world. I don't even think you can spoil it. The only way you can spoil it is if you was like a real bad, violent person to anybody who didn't deserve it. Then I go, man, Zach, why you do that? But anything short of that, Zach, you got my vote, man. Zach for fucking president of the fucking universe, man. Between Zach and Manly P. Hall and a few other people out there with that Jumanji, there's other people doing that shit. But Zach to deliver this shit to people when they was lost in the fucking obscurity of a book that I say Manly P. Hall, people don't even know who the fuck he is. They damn sure not gonna know the book. But between Manly P. Hall and then Zach rediscovering the shit and reintroducing it to the world, it's a beautiful thing, man. If Zach would not have done that, the world would be different. He just gave a little bit of hope to the possibility of exposing them on the deepest level, the deepest things that they hide. They try to hide in the law society. A lot of people see that the law is bullshit. They try to hide behind the money. We all know the money bullshit. They tell us that it's bullshit. They can't hide that it's bullshit. The ritualistic contriving of the news and all of that shit, celebrity deaths, human sacrifice that they never fucking stopped doing since way back in antiquity. They never stopped doing that stuff. They're still doing it. That's exactly what they're doing. And Jumanji is the fucking proof of it. It's fucking important. You got to check it out, man. You have to check it out, and you cannot deny that shit just because it sounds strange to you. The truth would have to sound strange to you. How could the truth not sound strange to you? But we all know that we're lost in the world, and it's all kind of spinning out of control, and can't nobody stop it. It's because whoever's behind the wheel is behind a curtain of a fucking curtain with a mask on. It's the only way they can think they can get their shit off, man. So don't be surprised when somebody tell you that the deepest, darkest truth of the fucking world is going to make you shiver a bit. It's going to give you chills, man. It's going to sound strange to you. It's going to be hard for you to believe, hard for you to apply the shit, hard for you to understand why all of that would even matter. Because it's you trying to project onto them who you are inside, and that's a fucking mistake, bro. You can't do that. Separate yourself from that bullshit, let go of your fucking ego, and realize that the men that can rule the world will have to dominate you on such an intellectual, spiritual, and physical level that they need all of the violence, all of the fucking religions, and all of the gematria, and all of the hypnosis, and all of the human sacrifice in order for them to gain what it is that they have gained from you. Your sovereignty. They actually got y'all thinking that your parents can't tell you shit, but they can. RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. Wu Bang boy, this gun shit is for everybody. Get you one. I say get you two. Fuck it. 2 guns is 1 gun. 1 gun is none. Fuck the dumb shit. Get 3. Like the fucking police. They always got access to a pistol, a shotgun, and a rifle, and you should do the same thing. And then tell anybody who wants to fucking smoke that you only got 1 life and ain't nobody finna fuck with it. So if they just insist on fucking with it, you will fuck with they shit. Fuck with they shit. Speak their fucking language. All they know is fucking bang, bang. Big ass bombs and missiles and shit. Trump's bitch ass talking about he the only fucking president in recent history to not start a new war. Yeah, but you did drop the biggest bomb that we have in our arsenal that's short of a nuclear bomb shortly after getting into office, you punk bitch. Trump can kiss my dick, Mr. Bumpstock Band. Fuck all that dumb shit. I fucking love telling them to kiss my ass, bro. I fucking love telling them that if it's up, then it's stuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They want to fight, bro. They just want to minimize their casualties by bringing the fight down to a minimum where whoever's fucking left to stand up to do that shit, you look like a fucking peon compared to all of the shit that they got going on. That's why we need to stand together. We are the fucking dragon. The fuck out of here, bro. Do your thing, man. Y'all have a nice day. Get your shit up. I gotta get more videos out, editing videos. I need to do more live streams. I'm trying to get more lively with the shit. Use my lunch break, the whole fucking lunch break to do one today. So that's for y'all, man. Move back.